On the surface, Maxwell's Silver Hammer sounds cheerful, bouncy, and almost cartoonish. But listen closely, because underneath that catchy melody lies one of the darkest songs the Beatles ever recorded. Tonight, we dive deep into the strange story behind Maxwell's Silver Hammer. Hello, folks. Crispy and Crew here to do another deep dive where we investigate the creation and history of one of the tracks on the upcoming Senior Spinners show. Before we get started, take this opportunity to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for future notifications. Today, we review the Beatles hit Maxwell's Silver Hammer. I'm joined by my assistant Johnny D and our investigative researcher Danny.
That's Danny the Diver.
Okay, Danny the Diver.
Hello, Crispy and Johnny.
Hey, Danny. So, Maxwell's Silver Hammer appeared on the Beatles' 1969 album, Abbey Road. What can you tell us?
By this point in the Beatles' history, they were beginning to fracture internally. Personal tensions, business disputes, and creative differences were tearing the band apart behind the scenes. And somehow, right in the middle of all that tension, Paul McCartney brought in a song about a cheerful serial killer.
Must have been the Yoko Ono influence.
Johnny, what do you got against Yoko Ono?
The song tells the story of Maxwell Edison, a seemingly ordinary student who solves his problems by murdering people with a silver hammer.
Teachers, girlfriends, judges, nobody is safe.
The strange thing is the contrast. The lyrics are dark and violent, but the music sounds upbeat and whimsical, almost like an old vaudeville tune. That contrast is exactly what makes the song so memorable and so unsettling.
So was it Paul that created the song?
Yes, Paul McCartney described the song as an example of the downfalls of life suddenly coming out of nowhere. In other words, Maxwell's hammer represents unexpected chaos. 1 minute everything is fine, the next minute, bam! Life hits you over the head.
Johnny, put away that hammer.
Paul also loved old music hall traditions, and Maxwell's Silver Hammer reflects that influence with its theatrical style and dark humor. Now here's where things get interesting. While Paul loved the song, the rest of the Beatles reportedly could not stand recording it. John Lennon later dismissed it as more of Paul's granny music.
Granny like Norma Bates.
Recording sessions dragged on for days while Paul obsessively pursued perfection. The Beatles reportedly spent more recording time on Maxwell's Silver Hammer than several other Abbey Road tracks combined. By 1969, patience inside the Beatles was already running dangerously low, and spending endless hours recording a quirky song about a smiling murderer did not improve morale. In fact, many historians point to these sessions as symbolic of the growing disconnect within the band.
It was a unique song.
One reason the track stands out is its unusual instrumentation. The Beatles used an early synthesizer called the Moog, along with anvil strikes to create the sound of Maxwell's hammer crashing down. That metallic clang became one of the song's signature effects.
Johnny, give me the hammer, please.
To understand Maxwell's Silver Hammer, you have to understand the strange cultural mood of 1969. The optimistic spirit of the early 60s was fading. The Vietnam War raged on. Political assassinations had shaken the world. Protest movements filled the streets. The carefree innocence of early Beatlemania was disappearing, replaced by darker, more complicated themes in music and society. And in a weird way, Maxwell's Silver Hammer reflected that contradiction perfectly. It sounded bright and playful on the outside, while hiding violence and anxiety underneath.
Only Paul McCartney could write a song about multiple homicides and somehow make it sound appropriate for a children's birthday party.
Maxwell's Silver Hammer remains one of the Beatles' strangest creations, a bizarre collision of comedy, darkness, and brilliant studio craftsmanship. And maybe that's why people still talk about it more than 50 years later.
Absolutely. Very interesting, Danny. Thank you very much. Good job as always. Folks, I'm Crispy, and this has been another Senior Spin Deep Dive. Again, please be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you at the next Senior Spinner show.